You know, it's really, really hard work to eliminate terrorists and the head operatives of Hamas, but it's happening. It's happening little by little. Barham Shaheen, he's the head of the General Security Western Gaza. You have Eastern Gaza head Asham guy eliminated. Faraj, legislative council member, eliminated. And so these are head people, and little by little, I'm telling you what, we're going to win this thing. Victory for Israel. Type that in the comments below. Victory for Israel. Now, some people said, well, maybe with Iran, maybe the strikes didn't go as well as we thought, like Natanz and Isfahan. Maybe they're still kind of intact. And according to NBC News in the United States, the U.S. Central Command planned to do a much larger strike, but decided to call that off and just do a pinpoint strike. And they said they were about to go all the way. And Donald Trump, United States president, didn't want a larger strike and just make it targeted and pinpointed. Well, guess what? United States and Israel are prepared to finalize if they start to up their enhancement. I saw they're trying to buy all over the world uranium. And if they want to try to enhance uranium, well, we'll deal with that. And it'll be far worse than it was. And they'll see that. They'll learn that firsthand. I want to say this right now concerning the church in Gaza, Catholic church in Gaza that got bombed by accident. And, you know, these things happen in war. War is horrible. And there was a statement from the prime minister. I want to address this head on. You know, Israel deeply regrets that a stray ammunition hit Gaza's Holy Family Church. It's a Catholic church. Israel's all about protecting the holy sites. That's what we do. That is what makes us different than all the countries around us. And so he wrote to the Pope, I believe, Pope Leo, and said, thank you for the words of comfort. And Israel's investigating how this happened by accident and remains committed to protecting all of these civilians and holy sites. And so he just says, we deeply regret what happened. When Hamas is elected in 2006 and builds terror tunnels and missiles and attacks and massacres and takes hostage hundreds of innocent people, actually peace activists mostly, on the border of Gaza and massacres them and starts a war with Israel. And war is not good. War is hard. And I want to say that, you know, Israel doesn't like war, but we did the right moral thing to stand up and protect the Druze, to stand up for those Druze in Syria who were about to be massacred. We're traumatized from the massacre we had to endure. We don't want to sit by and watch jihadists massacre. And I noticed that not one person in the UN stood up and condemned the massacre of the Druze that was happening. Druze are doing the right thing. Kurds are doing the right thing. They're standing in allegiance with Israel. And we're praying. I want you to pray with us that everyone in the Middle East will make the right decision. Stand for what's right. Pray for the return of the hostages, which are still held in tunnels of despair, and the dismantling of Hamas, an establishment of something new, a new dawn for all of us. I want to just say this, guys, Shabbat Shalom, and I really appreciate Montana Tucker. I mean, she does a really good job of explaining. Watch as she explains how Israel is standing in the gap for these, our friends, the Druze, our allies and our partners.
Eyes on the Druze. You all have no problem saying all eyes on Rafah, but why is no one talking about the Druze villages being bombed in Syria right now? Entire families, including mothers, children, grandparents, are losing everything. But there are no big headlines, no trending hashtags, no outrage, just silence. Why? Now you might ask, who are the Druze? Well, the Druze are a tiny, ancient Arabic religious minority with roots going back over 1,000 years. They live in Syria, Israel, Lebanon, and Jordan, and they're known for their deep loyalty, bravery, and spiritual strength. In Israel, Druze men and women serve in the military, in parliament, in police forces. They fight alongside Jewish soldiers. We call them brothers and sisters, and they call us the same. As a Jew, I stand with the Druze. I've had the privilege to learn about their culture, dance with them, break bread with their families, and experience their hospitality and strength firsthand. But today, in places like Suwaida and Jabal al-Druze, the Syrian regime is moving in with tanks and armored vehicles. Civilians are trapped, families terrified, and the world, once again, is silent. So, Israel responded by sending a direct message to Assad's regime. After tanks moved toward Druze areas, the IDF struck the entrance of a Syrian military HQ near Damascus. Israel has made it clear it will not allow any harm to come to the Druze. And in an act of unbelievable courage, Druze from Israel are literally crossing the border to help. They don't care which country you're from. If you are Druze, you are family, period. The world loves to try to divide us, but myself and the state of Israel are sending a clear message to our Druze brothers and sisters. You are not alone. We see you. We stand with you. Always. And when we stand together, we prove that humanity is stronger than any form of hate.